It's actually getting a little bit ridiculous how hard it is to score items on the Hermes website. So I think it's so clever that someone has finally created a service that makes it so much easier for us. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian and this is my corner of the internet called Vivian Vogue, where I post videos about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, travel, luxury goods, all that kind of stuff. So if you like that kind of content, please hit subscribe down below. It would really mean a lot to me. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Vivian Vogue. I will leave the links in the description bar below and I post more daily content there. As you can tell, today's video is a little Hermes video. So we have some orange boxes. I've got my favorite Kelly to go. I have been wearing this bag so much, and my Cypress sandals. I do have separate videos about both of these items, doing like a try on, talking about the wear and tear, reviewing them. So I'll leave those links in the description bar below. Feel free to watch those if you want. But what today's video is about is how you can get items like this that are typically hard to get either from the store or especially on the website so much easier thanks to a new business that I found called Shang Show. For full transparency, because you guys always know I am honest with you, this video is very generously sponsored by Shang Show. However, I have genuinely been using their service for a couple of weeks now and find immense value in it. It works incredibly well. And if you are trying to get something that appears on the Hermes website, but you're struggling to get it, their service is going to make it so much easier for you to get what you want from Hermes, which is the only reason I am recommending it to you, because it genuinely works and I think it's going to help you. So starting off with the obvious, what is Shang Show? Shang Show is a subscription where you can sign up to be immediately notified when things hit the Hermes website. As you know, some really lucky sort of rare items that sometimes don't always appear in store can sometimes pop up on the website. For example, the Hermes Constance to go, the Kelly to go, my Cypress sandals, even some of their homewares. For example, my little mosaic sushi plate. I use this on the edge of my bed just to hold sort of like my wallet, my headphones, some jewelry. It's a really cute sort of like jewelry platter. But things like this sometimes pop up very quickly on the Hermes website. However, the problem is they sell so quickly. Now, if you're watching this video, I assume you're a fellow Hermes lover and you probably, like me, have mindlessly scrolled the website at all hours of the day. I was first trying to get my Hermes Cypress sandals. I genuinely was scrolling the website in the morning when I woke up, on my lunch break at work, after work, at the gym, before I went to bed. Even if I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom at like 2 a.m, I would check the website because I know that they do restocks at really random hours. However, it was so hard to find my size and it would often get restocked but sold out before I could even know that it was on the website. So what Shang Show does is they have a list of items that you can register your interest to. This can range from everything such as like ball lead bags, her bags, Pickertons, and you can get really specific, such as picking the size if you want like a micro, the 18 or the 24. They also have shoes like Cypress or Orans or Oasises, and essentially you go through their little tick box and you tick the items that you're interested in and you will get notified immediately to your inbox when Hermes website restocks these. I'll insert a little video sort of demonstrating how it works, but I personally have signed up for this for the last couple of weeks. I just generically ticked yes to every item that Shang Show tracks, and they track literally everything from like homewares to shoes to small leather goods to like actual bags. I just said yes to everything and I have been getting emails straight to my inbox as soon as the Hermes website restocks any item that I'm subscribed to. This is some of the examples of what those emails look like, and the great thing about this is that you will literally be the first person to know when something becomes available on the website. There's even a link that goes sort of directly to the website so you can click it and check out before anybody else even knows that it's there. And as we all know, these items like aren't typically impossible to get, but they are getting so much harder to get. Even getting them in store, I would say, is harder with something like the Kelly to go. And I heard so much different feedback about when I posted my video. Again, I did do a little video about how I bought this bag, my review on it, what fits inside, wear and tear, all that stuff here. And I will leave the link in the description bar below. And yes, I know that every boutique and every city and every country is very different. There are definitely some locations that you can just walk into without a sales associate contact, without any pre-spend, no sort of like purchase history. And if they have the item in stock that you want, whether it's a Kelly to go, a Constance to go, a Pickerton, or like Cypress sandals, if they have it in stock, they're willing to just offer it to you. However, in a lot of really sort of popular cities that have a lot of customers, they still typically try to push you towards purchasing a little like Twillies or like an Avalon blanket or some Oran Oasis sandals before they will offer you these items, which honestly can be really off-putting to want to shop in the store, because if you are not after like sort of your Birkins or your Kellys or like a really hard to get quota bag, if all you want is like a small leather good or just a pair of chai press sandals, I personally think it's a little bit ridiculous to be expected to go into store and have to pre-spend, even if it's just a couple $100s, just to get something that should be readily available, which is why I think sometimes getting these things on the website can be a lot easier than getting them on store. However, on the website, you're obviously competing with all these people who are constantly scrolling the website, which is why services like Shang Show come really in handy. It's going to make it so much easier for you to get exactly what you want and not have to buy other things along the way. If all you want is a pair of chai press sandals, you could literally sign up for Shang Show for like a month or two, get notified as soon as they come in, and then you've got the item that you want without having to go through all the fuss of like going into store, establish a good rapport with the sales associate, having to maybe potentially impress them with a couple of small purchase items, whether that's makeup or perfume, and that literally saves you money in the end and lets you buy exactly what you're after. They do work on a subscription service that you can pay for either monthly, or I believe you can sign up yearly and they give you sort of a discounted monthly rate. And if you're watching this video, they have a little kickback for my subscribers, so you can use the discount code VIVI5OFF. I will leave the link in the description bar below, but the discount code VIVI5OFF, I believe, gives you 20% off any of their subscription tiers. I genuinely have started to come around on the Pickerton. I am sort of torn between whether I want the 18 or the 24, and like I don't know if I would want like a neutral color or a really like sort of fun pop of color. However, I have definitely personally signed up to be notified about any Pickertons that go to the website, because they do actually seem to come onto the website much more regularly than in store. I haven't really bothered to go into my store with my sales associate and really sort of push that I'm after this, but if I'm in the city or at Chadstone and I'm not in a rush, I'll typically pop in and just see if they have anything. But I would say that the website, honestly, I think restocks a Pickerton maybe twice as regularly as I've seen them in stores. So I'm really hoping I'm going to get an email soon from Shang Show telling me that a Pickerton in the size that I'm after, and potentially in an interesting color that I'm open to, is available on the website for me to purchase. And if you're not quite ready to like fully sign up to the subscription service and like get the email alerts and stuff, they actually very generously still do post on their Instagram when new bags come out, and they also do this all over the world. So this is not just for Australia, whether you are in America, Europe, Asia, obviously Oceania, like Australia and New Zealand, they monitor and track upload websites to the Hermes website unique to your local country. But as I was saying, if you're not quite ready to fully subscribe to the service yet and like really give it a go, definitely check out the Instagram. It is worth it because they will still very generously make publicly available for any of their followers information when any of the Hermes websites all around the world restock on bags or like rare shoes, things like that. So you can still see, and if you are lucky and nobody else is after what you are after, or if you happen to catch the Instagram post like right as they go live, you still could possibly end up with the item that you're really wanting without even having to pay for the service. And the last thing that I personally find really valuable about services like Shang Show and knowing like what items are available in your country or your local boutiques on the website for purchase is knowing sort of what colors are available across product ranges for that season of Hermes. So for those of you that don't know, Hermes obviously have their really like core staple colors such as noir, which is black, gold, which is like their beautiful brown, things like a tan or a taupe. However, every season, whether it's like spring, summer or fall, winter, different times of the year, as well as literally on different years. So spring, summer 2024 versus spring, summer 2025 will have different colors. So you might be after, say for example, a Kelly to go, but you might really want it in say like Mauve Sylvester, which is a color that I love. It's like a very beautiful pink. I'll insert a photo here. However, that item may not be coming in that color that year. But typically what I find with Shang Show and just generally the website, I like to scroll the Hermes website a lot, is that you might see, for example, I saw the other day on the Australian website, they had a constant slim in the color, I think it was Blue Glacier, and I love baby blue. It is my favorite color. I don't love the constant slim like SLG yet. I don't know, I've tried it on a couple times and it might be something that I add to my collection down the line, but I'm not like dying to have it. However, what I would absolutely love to own is a Kelly to go or a constant scope in the color Blue Glacier. So knowing that Blue Glacier is a color that is sort of coming around at the moment because I've seen it on the website leads me to believe I may potentially be able to find, or at least that Hermes is potentially producing the bag that I actually want in the color that I want. So even if you're not necessarily like looking for a particular item or a product or a bag or a shoe, it's also just really good to keep tabs of like what leathers are coming out this year, what colors are in season this year, and sort of open up your mind to potentially what products are coming along in colorways down the road, if that makes sense. As I mentioned, this video is very generously sponsored by Shang Show, so thank you to them for that. However, for you guys, my followers, my subscribers, my viewers, I genuinely would never recommend or partner with anything or promote anything to you guys if I had not tried and tested it myself and genuinely thought that it could add value and benefit to you guys. So I really do hope that you guys see value in this. I hope that it helps a couple of you nab some items that you're after. If you do give it a try, either like signing up for the subscription or just checking them out on Instagram, and it helps you get something that you want from the Hermes website, please let me know. I get so excited when I've had so many people DM me on Instagram being like, oh my god, like thanks to you, like I knew that this item was coming to Chanel in a week, and then I contacted my sales associate and I managed to get it. Makes me so excited. I love all of our collections growing together and everybody just getting the items that they actually want. So please let me know if this helps you, or if you guys have any questions. I'm always happy to answer. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and if you haven't already, please like or thumbs up or subscribe to my channel below. It would really mean a lot to me. And of course, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Vivian Vogue. The link will be in the description bar below. I really appreciate all your support, so thank you so much.